Hello, happy Easter. Today is Sunday, and as promised, today's my weekly vlog with regards to weight loss. And I haven't introduced myself. I am Jessica, and I am on the road to losing 30 pounds. Today I wanted to talk about 10 things that I did in order to change the way I approached weight loss. But this is the binge series, so it has nothing to do with direct applications of weight loss. It's more to do with my mentality. So here we go. We're gonna start. So number 10 is I went to therapy. It really helps talking to someone, social worker, with regards to what's going on with your life and how you can approach life and how you feed yourself with someone that has that indirect perspective. So I think that having someone to talk to is a wonderful thing, which I did that for a bit, and then of course graduated, and then I periodically go to therapy if there's an issue that I need to talk, and I don't and I perceive therapy as a positive thing and not negative. Number 9, I actually eat bigger meals in the morning versus the night, because before my biggest meals were at night. So what this helps is with binging, because it gives me more food, and therefore by the time I hit the night, I actually have eaten quite a bit of food. So it really does help, because at dinner, while I'm not full, I can eat because I'm hungry. I'm not starving. So perspective and then I can think clearly and then just choose meal, protein, and all that stuff. Number 8, I had to change my mentality from using food as a reward versus food to enjoy, either with me at every meal and with company. So if I was to go to a restaurant or I'm going to someone, I pay attention to the person and I eat how my body's it's wanting to, but no longer am I hyper focused at the food. I am much more focused and present with my interactions versus what I am eating. So number 7, while I'm not a huge promoter of the food guide and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't know that is the best for me. I do portions like visually. I do the half vegetables and then quarter meat and carbs when I'm not at home. The weekends are a little bit different because you're not necessarily even serving yourself, but during the weeks that's what I observe. So then that way it allows me to have more food volume wise, because I'm actually my half is vegetables. Number 6, I avoided skipping meals. I eat 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. So that's quite a bit of food. I work out, then that's because that's my preference, not because anything other than like you lose more. I don't know. I just enjoy moving my body early. Then I take shower and then have my breakfast. That's my biggest meal. Then I do at noon I have lunch, and at dinner between 4:35 I have dinner. Okay, and then I do have snacks. Number 5, I actually have cheat meals. I have once a week at least. Well, some days, some weeks too, but I have cheat meals and I have periods when I am exhausted from losing weight. If you think about it, it's been 5 years. I started at 270 pounds. I also did, there was a period in there that I didn't necessarily do a weight loss. I did what is called a body comp, where it's trying to gain as much muscle as possible the natural way, meaning through food. I didn't supplement with anything because that's expensive. And so there are periods where I had to rest, meaning that there were periods like, 3 months where I just stayed within my calorie maintenance in order for me to be able to actually go through the next level, which was calorie deficit, because it is exhausting. Number 4, which ties with what I was speaking about volume eating, is that because I do the half, I have the tendency to what I volume eat on would be my vegetables, my carrots, tomatoes, and things like that, and make a nice sizable salad. I do have dressing because I enjoy olive oil and lime in it with salt and pepper, but I spread what I have and spread it into the salad, and it just really works well because when I'm hungry, that satisfies me. But I do not just have the salad. I do have protein and carbs. Number 3, during the week I serve my own food and I do weigh food. It used to be that most of this actually journey, I have not weighted my vegetables because I didn't think, we're gonna have 100 more, and because of that, because I kept it between 1,800 calories a day to 2,000, there's your 200 range, right? Some days it'll be 2,000, other days it'll be 1,800. It does happen. So I do serve myself in order for me to understand and also measure what I eat. Number 2, I learned what my triggers were when it comes to binge eating, specifically going back to number 10, which is the trigger, the therapy. That's where you learn your triggers, sad, or, there's a difficult time. And I choose, okay, where is this hunger coming from? Now, I want to preface by saying that when it comes to ED, it's not something that is an overnight thing that we got it all done. It's an evolving thing. There will be times, or there has been times, where I have lost significant weight, but then something will happen and I would binge. But what I have stopped doing is feeling crappy about myself and saying that this was a personal failure, and actually said, okay, we're done. It's done. Let's get up in the morning and let's do it again. And I never really, the next day, I don't not eat, because that goes against, that's the vicious cycle. And number 1, I had to acknowledge that I use food as a coping mechanism when there was anything to do with emotional issues. Anything was going on in my life, I use food as a mechanism, so as a coping mechanism. So I hope this helps. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Easter, and I'll see you next Sunday. Have a wonderful week. All right, much love.